Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So, if you're anything like me, you're grown up with one of these things in your hand, and I love playing Warzone as much as I love RC. But have you ever wondered what it'd be like to drive an RC car using this instead of this? So, anybody that knows me knows sometimes I have some crazy ideas, but it's why I love FLYSKY, because their engineers are also pretty mental. So, I'll bring you in for a close-up look and show you how you can connect this to this and then drive your RC with it. So, let's crack on. So, first off, you're going to need an RC that's bound up to your Noble Pro. So that bit's all pretty easy to do. I've shown how to set this up. So, we've got his RC. We've got his Noble Pro. This is set up for forward and brake, no reverse. But if we get, in fact, I'll show you first with the Xbox One stock controller. So this is just a standard controller, no modifications at all, no batteries in it. And you just need a standard micro USB to USB cable, and you can get longer ones of these. I've tried it with a long one and it works fine, but for the case of this video, you're just going to plug it into the Noble Pro. So, next thing you're going to need to do is turn on the base battery. That powers your transmitter. And we've got steering. So, fully proportional steering. And I've set this up so the throttles, or the triggers, sorry, so they'll do as throttle and brake. You've also got different buttons that you can assign to different buttons on the controller. You can use every button on this controller, so you can use your fully analog triggers. You can use all the directions. You can use the cross pad for trim. You can reassign that, but I find it really useful to have it on trim. You can also use the two buttons that you push down. But if we disconnect this and I connect the Elite controller, so one thing you'll notice on this, the triggers are a lot more sensitive. And the control is a lot more sensitive than just the stock transmitter. Also, you can have multiple profiles on this, so if you want your throttle and brake to be like hair triggers, you can have it, or you can have a profile where you have to press them a bit more. You've also got the buttons on the back that you can attach to the Elite pad, so you could program different buttons to them. You do program this by plugging it into PC or into Xbox, and you can program exponential on any of these triggers, or on the steering or throttle, or however else you want to set it up. But you do need to plug that into the PC or the Xbox to program the Elite controller. But let's see if I can zoom you in and show you how I've got this set up. So basically, you will need your controller plugged in and your base battery turned on for these options to be available. So we go into handle. You go into assign control, you go into sticks. Now as stock, you have a full readout, it shows up as Xbox One controller, but you can see the actual readings we're getting. So the stock setup for this is to have J4 set as the throttle, which is the right hand stick. Now if you want it set like that, so you use your steering and your throttle like that, then that's absolutely fine. You don't need to change anything on it at all. For me, I've set auxiliary channel 5 and auxiliary channel 6 to J5 and 6. If we look, J5 and 6 are the triggers. So if we set J5 and 6 to be auxiliary channels. Then we can come out. Then you can go into mixers, program mixers, mix 1. You want to set master channel 5, slave channel throttle, low side 100, high side 0, offset 0, and then turn the mix on. Mix 2, you want to set to master channel 6, slave channel throttle, low side mix 0, high side mix 100, offset 0, sorry, and then turn the mix on. In order to get the extra channels, so basically you just need to make sure that you have your model channel number definitions set higher than 4, and it'll give you the extra channels. So if you set it to 6 or 8, even if you bind into a 4-channel receiver, which we are here, it'll give you the extra channels, 5, 6 or whatever, to use as your mixing channels. But yeah, once you've got that set up, as you can see, you've got throttle and brake, and you can see what channels 5 and 6 are actually doing. And then you've got your steering. It won't show the throttle on here, but as you've seen when I turn the RC on, the throttle actually does work and the brake works. So if I just hit throttle, or if I hit throttle and brake, it does work fully. Just a bizarre and interesting thing you can do with an Xbox One Elite or a standard Xbox One controller and a FLYSKY Noble Pro. And I am so tempted to have a go at racing like this. Not sure whether I'd like it on the triggers. I suppose I'd get used to it because I've played a lot of car games like that on the Xbox. But yeah, weird and wonderful stuff you can do with a Noble Pro, a cable, and an Xbox controller. But let's wrap this one up. So there you have it: Xbox One or Elite controller and a Noble Pro, and you get to drive your RC with your Xbox pad. Certainly different. I'm not sure how many of you is going to want to do it, but I'm definitely going to have a try and see what it's like, because I really do like these pads for playing car games, and I like this transmitter. Ultimately, I mean, what you could do, if you've got like a 1 meter long lead, you could just stick this in a rucksack or stick it on the table and just have your controller sat wherever you want, and away you go. It's going to be definitely just a fun thing to try. As I say, on the Elite controller you've got a lot more options, because you can dial in Expo for the actual triggers and the steering, but you do need a PC or an Xbox to plug in to calibrate that, and you can set multiple sort of profiles, and you can have the switches on the back that restrict how far your triggers move if you want to. On the stock pad you've not really got any options like that, but it would still work fine. But thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. If you find this stuff interesting or entertaining, or you just want to listen to my incessant ramblings of crazy things you can do with FLYSKY controllers and RC cars, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.